All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Sunday afternoon. How's everybody doing? I'll take Dogecoin. We're going to talk about Doge today. We're going to talk about what I like about Dogecoin and why I talk about Dogecoin all the time. Yeah, I talk about all the rest of the crypto market and finances and investing. We touch on gold and silver now just because that has everybody's attention. But it's the weekend. Gold didn't trade. Silver didn't trade. It's going to start trading tonight again. So we'll take the day and we'll talk about Dogecoin. We'll hint a little bit about other mistruths and other things that people are saying and why Bitcoin just isn't what it used to be. So we're going to talk about all that. How's everybody doing? We got dips going on. Yes, we have dips. Market is still feeling bearish. There's still extreme fear across the market on crypto. So all the money is going into gold and silver and people are buying the tops over there. You're going to buy silver at all-time highs? Or you're going to buy Doge, nice cheap Doge. So we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about X money in a little bit too there, Mama Doll. We'll talk about it. We will talk about X money as well. I've got that lined up and what the latest is. So we will get to all of that. Yeah, the trust wallet thing, Marimello, we talked about that last week. Yeah. Somebody did something that they shouldn't have done. Now, it wasn't just for normal Trust Wallet users. It was if you had Trust Wallet on a Chrome extension, that's what it was. If you just have Trust Wallet, like on your phone, you're fine. There's no hack, you're absolutely fine. But if you were doing something, integrating your Trust Wallet with Chrome browser with the extension, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't want your wallets like attached anywhere. Your wallets are for safety and security of your crypto. You start attaching your wallets around and you got crypto on it. Don't do it. Now, if, for instance, you want to attach a wallet, just create a new one. Just create a new one. If you want to get an airdrop or something like that, just put the minimal in there of whatever you need, whether it's Solana or ETH or something to get your airdrop. And that's it. Do not put any of your other crypto at risk by attaching a wallet to anything online that's got a bunch of your crypto on. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you want some precious little airdrop, just create a new wallet. Wallets are limitless, endless. You can create as many of them as you want. So, yeah, but thanks, Marimella, for pointing that out. Let me drop down here in the corner and let's talk about what's going on in the market right now. Let's start with, BlackRock sells another $192 million worth of Bitcoin. This was like all over Twitter this morning. And I was just like, no. BlackRock is just not indiscriminately selling a bunch of Bitcoin. I try and keep it real, and I try, especially these big accounts like Crypto Rover. I mean, he's got over 1 million followers, and he just spews this crap out. And I'm just like, oh, I can't stand it. So I say, well, you do realize when BlackRock sells Bitcoin, it's only because investors sold the IBIT Bitcoin ETF, right? Right? BlackRock doesn't have a bunch of Bitcoin that they buy and sell on their own. It's all about the ETFs. So it's all of you guys. Well, not you guys, right? Because you don't have Bitcoin ETFs. But those right out there that have Bitcoin ETFs, when a bunch of them sell and there's more outflows, well, guess what BlackRock has to do? they've got to sell some of that Bitcoin because that's the deal. It's a one-to-one thing, you know? So I try and keep up with these. There's so many of them though. There's so many of these accounts that just, and then as soon as Crypto Rover prints it, right? And they post this thing, and then you've got like 10 other crypto accounts that then steal this, right? Put little graphics, change the graphics, but the same message, and just repeat on and on and on. It's hard to keep up with all that stuff. But I try. And then just in, Michael Saylor hints at buying more Bitcoin because Michael Saylor this morning posted his orange dot chart, which usually means that strategy B, MicroStrategy, has bought more Bitcoin. But it means that they bought more Bitcoin last week, not that they're going to start buying tomorrow, like George with Cryptos R Us and like a bunch of those other accounts just say, oh, Michael Saylor's going to be buying a bunch of Bitcoin tomorrow. No, he's not. Michael Saylor's not buying any Bitcoin tomorrow. He bought it last week. And he makes the announcements on Mondays. Always. So it's like, yeah, but also, hey, he's buying the Bitcoin dip this time at least, right? He's buying the dip. He's not buying up here at $120,000. He's buying in the 80s, buying on the dips. All right, we'll take that. We will take that. Meanwhile, Michael Saylor says the following U.S. banks are now issuing credit against Bitcoin. Citi, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, BNY Mellon, Charles Schwab, Bank of America. What's wrong with this picture? You guys tell me, what is wrong with this picture? Michael Saylor is in bed with all the banks now. This precious Bitcoin. And it's just like, no, not the banks. Not the banks. The banks want their greedy paws on your crypto. They want their greedy paws on your Bitcoin. They want to get a little piece of the action. That's the only reason they're in it for. And I'm just like, no. And that's the problem. Why is Michael Saylor supporting all the banks getting their greedy paws into crypto and Bitcoin? Why? Michael Saylor should know, he shouldn't need that crap. He's just like, oh, you never sell your Bitcoin. But if you need money, you just lend against it. Well, who are you going to do it from? The banks. So now you're using your Bitcoin as collateral for a loan that the banks will gladly give you, because if you default on your loan, guess what? They get your Bitcoin. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? This is what Bitcoin has turned into, which is a sad, sad state of affairs. It really is. Satoshi Nakamoto is rolling over in his grave, or he's like sitting on the beach somewhere just shaking his head. Because, Bitcoin. As our friend John Carter says, this is one of the top reasons why I will always choose Dogecoin. You got MicroStrategy, you got BlackRock, you've got the U.S. government, right, getting their greedy paws into it, right? And the U.S. banks, which they support, because the banks have the big lobby, so they want Congress to pass all these laws about stable coins and regulation of crypto and all of that. No. Dogecoin doesn't want any part of this crap. No part of it. That is why I support Dogecoin. I talk about Bitcoin, yes, because Bitcoin moves the price of the crypto market, of which Dogecoin follows along most times. So I do talk about Bitcoin, but like, I don't hold a lot of it. I hold more Dogecoin. It's Dogecoin. So that's why I talk about Dogecoin. And then you get all these people every time, right? You get all these people, and they're all saying, "Oh, Dogecoin sucks. It just keeps going down. It's got 5 billion new coins made every year." And I'm just like, Well, yeah. So why did you buy it? Why did you buy Dogecoin? If you're now all upset because your price of your Dogecoin is down and you're upset and you're lashing out on the issuance of new Dogecoin, well, then did you not do your research before you bought Dogecoin? If all you're concerned about is the price, then you should have done your research. So don't blame everybody else, blame yourself. And maybe you shouldn't be in Dogecoin in the first place. We all get it. Dogecoin is meant to be a currency, a transactional currency. And the inflation in Dogecoin supply helps Dogecoin become a transactional currency because people don't want to hoard it as much like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the store of value. Dogecoin is the currency, the transactional crypto. That's what Dogecoin is. That's why we love Dogecoin. And we're not going to be using our Dogecoin as collateral, like Michael Saylor is saying, like for Bitcoin. So you're not going to use your Dogecoin as collateral. No. You spend your Dogecoin. And then you buy more. Since Dogecoin is not meant to be hoarded, and hoarding is a major barrier to a cryptocurrency being used as well as an actual currency, Dogecoin will have a much more utilitarian and practical place in the economy than other cryptocurrencies, which often remain unspent. The whole reason Satoshi made Bitcoin was as a digital cash system that you actually spend, not hoard like precious gold, right? So that's what's going on. So they can fight all they want over the banks and the regulations and all that. We just Doge. We just Doge. Imagine a joke becoming the largest financial asset on earth. Doge isn't just a meme. It's the world's most successful social experiment in decentralized trust. It's proved that a community is the strongest backing a currency can have. That's us. That is us. Will Doge become cheaper as it's used more as a currency? No, not necessarily, Nick. The price will still fluctuate up and down, but the more people who want it and the more people who buy it, as the adoption grows, price will probably go up. So, I mean, it's still going to follow like the overall market in Bitcoin until there are specific catalysts behind Doge. That's how Dogecoin works. And tonight, Robinhood is going to be giving away more Dogecoin. They did Dogecoin on day 1. They did Bitcoin on day 2. And tonight, day 3 of their Hood Holidays giveaway, it's going to be Doge again. Get for Robinhood Gold members only. So I'm expecting I'm going to get a little more than $1.19 worth of Doge tonight because there's a smaller number of people. I got $2.80 worth of Bitcoin last night. So tonight I'm expecting at least $2.80 worth of Doge. I don't know what the big prizes are yet. They haven't revealed them. Now you can go in and you can find what it is in the fine print somewhere. I'm just like, I want to be excited tonight. We'll see what it is. Most likely I'm going to get about $2.80, maybe $3 worth of Dogecoin. But Robinhood gets it. Robinhood knows. Why do you think they're giving away Dogecoin, right? They're not giving away Pepe. They're not giving away Bonk, right? They're not giving away Litecoin. They could be giving away Litecoin, but no, they're not. They're giving away Doge. That's why we love Dogecoin. Now, Kazua Trading saying, look, here's the chart I got here. It says, happy to say Dogecoin is 95% bottomed here, 12 to 11 cents. There are tons of liquidation clusters above 15 cents where a short squeeze will be triggered, which could catapult Doge back to the 20 to 30 cent range, right? You get back up to here, and then you trigger more shorts getting liquidated, and you might get a little short squeeze up. Current price has now nearly reached the liquidation wick of 10.10. 9.5 cents, though. We don't want to go to 9.5 cents, but again, that's my bear market bottom prediction, would be 9.5 cent Doge at the bottom of the wick on Binance. There is so much life-changing gains to be made here. If you buy and be patient, you are early as of now. That's the message here. Is we get so focused in on the short-term price action. It's like the bigger picture is always each cycle higher lows. It's higher lows. Yeah, we had the big high in 2021, which I talk about a lot. The overhyped, completely overbought Dogecoin based on Elon Musk before his appearance on Saturday Night Live, like all of that, right? Totally overhyped. My opinion remains that Dogecoin should have only hit 35 cents in 2021. That was its high on the second run when Bitcoin went to 69K, Doge went to 35 cents. So that 35 cents makes more sense to me as what the true high of the previous cycle should have been. And then this cycle, Dogecoin made 48 cents. So I'm going by that big jump up late April, early May 2021 was totally overhyped, totally overbought. So here we are about to end 2025. And yes, you're disappointed. 12-cent Dogecoin was not in anybody's cards. Nobody predicted 12-cent Dogecoin at the end of 2025. But this is what we have now. But that sets us up for the potential for future gains. Now, will we get lower dips? Kazoo is calling for it. Kriss is calling for it. It's just what happens. Markets are a cyclical nature. We're going through another 4-year cycle. Doesn't mean Dogecoin can't go on a pump, though. That can still happen. Doge Chipping says, look, Elon, we'll talk about Elon Musk for a minute here. Elon said he would build self-driving cars. Yeah, he did. Elon said he would buy Twitter to protect free speech. Yeah, he did. Elon said he would build reusable rockets. Yeah, he did. So Elon also said he would keep supporting Dogecoin. Why don't you believe him? Why don't you believe him? He said he'll keep supporting Dogecoin. And it's not Dogecoin to be hoarded like Bitcoin. It's for Dogecoin to be used as a currency. That's what it's all about. No, our friend John Carter also says, look, X Money now has only 4 more days left in 2025. He's doing the countdown here. Here we are, almost done with Sunday. No X Money launch yet. So we got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then the year is over. But as of today, the X Money account still says launching in 2025. For those that don't know, I've always said X Money will launch, X Payments, and there probably won't be Dogecoin on it. It'll be fiat first, and then Dogecoin, which some have pointed out is written into the code that they would just have to flip a switch to turn on the crypto. Kind of interesting. Part of me thinks it might be more stable coins than Doge, but you never know. You never know. Things were pretty flat over the weekend. Not a lot of liquidations like we had. We had like 240 million on Friday. Well, guess how many we had in the last 24 hours? 69. We had $69 million. Not 67. No, not 67. It was 69. $69 million of leverage taken out. Because, I mean, Bitcoin was going on a slight run, a little bit up. Had a green candle there, and then another green candle up here, and touched 88,000 right there. We did that this morning. Bitcoin touched 88,000. Now, that took out a very new short, and then dropped down. And with those red candles coming down here in the past few hours, we took out some new leveraged longs. So that is what happened. New leverage traders getting wiped out within hours. Why they keep trading, I don't know. So Doge is a little weak right now on a Sunday afternoon. That's just what it is. But the bigger picture of Dogecoin hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. The price follows the market. Doge goes on runs when it wants to go on a run, following a big catalyst, and we're just waiting. Be patient. You get all frustrated and you start yelling and screaming and too many coins, inflation too high, unlimited supply, blah, 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 blah. And I just say again, well, then why the hell did you buy it? Because nothing's changed. It's still the same Dogecoin. For 10 years, it's been the same Dogecoin. For 12 years. The only adjustments that they made on it were in the first year. Because it used to be a random amount of new Dogecoin that was created to miners. Billy was kind of having fun with that. And then the whole Dogecoin community kind of thought, you know, maybe that's not a great idea. Maybe we should just pick a steady number. And so they did. So that's what's going on, guys. How are you? What's going on? Let me check in the chat here. Have we got going on? RR is in the house. Good evening. Christmas is a busy time. Got it. You know me. I'm still here. I took a couple days off for the holiday. I'll take a couple days off for New Year's. But otherwise, I'm here. Consistently consistent here. So, yep, same Dogecoin. Doing good every day. Yep, Will. Yep. X money, where are you at? I know HD, right? Where are you at? They just have to flip a switch, take it out of beta, unleash it on the public. We hear it's going well, but we wait. 69, love that number. Joanna, how are you? Watching Kriss, covered up with my husband, blanket, not feeling all that earlier. I had a sneezing attack, feeling cold. Well, you know, at least you're in the warm weather. I'm here with like a half a foot of snow on the ground. It's like 18 degrees. It's cold. But I had Pax Cat like all curled up on my lap this morning. That was nice. And the sun coming in through the window. He was happy. He was like, yeah, this is good. But yeah, it's cold. It's cold here. We had an alt season. It just happened a year ago. That was it. And I said it would be a half alt season. And it wasn't even that, really. It was just a smaller number of coins or tokens that took off. Hey, Doge went up to 48 cents. That was pretty good. But we didn't know that that was it. And that's all we got. That was all we got. You had to actually wear PJ pants in your house in California? Aw, that's too bad, Nick. PJ pants. I'm freezing. You're welcome, KB. You can count on me. 2026 will be a bad year for cryptos, Analog. Well, in the 4-year cycle, we would expect 2026 to be a bear year. And as I've said, I fear because there are some businesses that are over leveraged on crypto that are in the red, they're down, and they might start doing some dumb things that could cause some liquidations on themselves in the market. Shades of 2022, we had the Luna collapse, which affected 3 Hours Capital, which affected Celsius and Voyager and BlockFi, eventually FTX, right? We don't want that to happen again, but I fear because there are so many businesses, companies, different things that are just, they're over leveraged on crypto. And when that happens, bad things follow. So 2026 might be a tough year because of that. Thoughts? Hilario, how are you? Thoughts on Gemini? I don't follow the Gemini stock at all. I have no idea what the price is. Gemini stock. Is it this a Gemini space station? Is that what it's called? $10.60? Yeah, it's going to be down because of crypto. That makes sense, right? It launched back here in September, and it's just been down since. Had one little pump here a couple weeks ago. I mean, if you believe in the future of the Gemini platform, you're buying right near the low. I mean, if it goes down to like $9.50, you'll be buying the bottom. That would be that. It can always go lower. I mean, look at this. This is like a bad crypto, like rug pull is what this chart looks like, unfortunately. I would just be careful about crypto exchanges and like their financial position. But, you know, the difference here is it's a publicly traded company on a US stock exchange, which makes it different from Celsius and Voyager and BlockFi, right? Different than FTX. FTX was offshore, right? The Bahamas, remember? There was no stock. There was no US like regulations with that company at all. But Gemini is. So I don't think that fate is going to happen to Gemini, but they're probably in a bad financial position as a company. That would be my guess. Holidays were good, Josh. How about you? Yep. Looking forward to Happy New Year celebration next week. Crypto has been consistent. It's just kind of bouncing up and down. You know, up and down. We are holding a support line, though, right around 12 cents. I mean, we could say, look, we got a double bottom here, right? Last time we had a double bottom, it failed. So there's always, you always have to watch out for that again. But right now we're looking at a double bottom. Yeah, cold is Boston. 68 is not bad. 16 is what we got now. 16. Happy Sunday. DB, how are you? Hailstorms and fog in Spain. There will be some great dip buying in 2026. I believe that. Yeah, Joanna, I know, but again, that's my outlook. Thursday, you'll see my video coming out on New Year's 2025. Well, again, Bitcoin hit a new all-time high in October of 2025. So for Bitcoin, a new all-time high was hit. So there's that. I've got a feeling that 2026 is going to be a great year for crypto. Okay, Joanna, we'll see what happens. We will see. Have I heard of Elixir? Isn't that something you take to make you feel better? Elixir? I haven't. What is Elixir? Elixir Capital? Elixir was a crypto. Is it this one? I don't know what that is. ELX. Crypto. Elixir. Well, it's doing something. It's pulling back, down 16% today, but from Friday to the high up here on, well, early this morning, it went up 300%. So there was certainly some profit-taking opportunities right up here. 300% run. Yeah. I kind of have a feeling it might kind of come down from here, though. That's how we see these on a short-term basis, is that. Remember XPL? Remember everyone was screaming, oh, XPL, XPL, XPL. Remember Aster, right? Have you seen those charts lately? Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. Oh, this is just recovering. Whoa. What happened here in November? I zoom out on this thing and whoa. I get a completely different picture on this thing. What is this? Wow. November 27th, it went down 88%. Well, Derek, you zoom out and this gives you a whole different picture on this thing. Wow. I don't know what this is, but that's not good. So be careful trading this thing. Elixir. Anything goes up 300%, I would be selling, especially after zooming out and seeing that, right? That's a terrible chart, right? Do we have snow? Yep, we got about 3 or 4 inches on the ground. Snow. Well, hey, PaxCat's here. Hey, buddy. Hi. What you doing, buddy? Huh? We're online here. You want to say hi? Yeah. Say hello. PaxCat in the house. Hi. Everybody missed you. They're like, where's PaxCat been? Where's he been? Don't step on my keyboard. Don't do that. Snow is an East Coast psyop. No, it's snowed here. Do not step on my... Yep, you did it. You stepped. You did it. Are you proud of yourself now? Stepped on my keyboard. Yeah, the Patriots, they left a lot of players at home. They didn't go down to New York because I think they kind of knew they were going to win. And so any of the players that had any slight injuries, they were like, yeah, you're out. You're out. We're going to save you for the playoffs. So yeah, big win. Big win, huh? Should I buy more Dogecoin? Everybody should buy more Dogecoin. This is the timing of it. That's the question. When? And that's up to you to decide. But I think everybody should be buying more Dogecoin. It's all a timing thing. What do you think? PopCat? That's all you want? More PopCat? I think you're underwater on your PopCat. I think you're a little under. PopCat wasn't doing so well last time I checked. Charlotte calls you the market maker. Are you a market maker? Oh, it was a slaughter game. It's like the first half, the Jets didn't even show up. Good afternoon, CDC. How are you? Missing your cats? I know this one's a good one. He's a good one, aren't you, buddy? Huh? Oh, the baby, the Pax cat. Yep. He is the market maker. What are you doing? Huh? You've won 21 out of 27. That's pretty good odds. That's a good run, Will. I do not bet. I do not gamble. I'm good. I already won the crypto game. I'm good. I will take my time, buy more on big dips, let it ride out, because I already won the game. How about you? Are you a winner? Enjoying life. The Bobcat, I know, right? The Bobcat, the market maker. I know, right? Liquidating. Yes. Indeed. Indeed, he does that. Huh. I know. You hear stuff. Yeah. Now, what would you rather do? Yeah. Ugh. You got to go take care of that. I know. He's gone. Pax cat on the keyboard. Good luck. I know. But he knows he shouldn't do it. It messes up my stream. Yep, thank you, Will. Appreciate it. Now I just have to pay all the taxes. My big capital gains taxes. Ugh. But it comes with it. I knew it was coming. What I want is I want Pepe to go up like 20% over the next 3 days. That's what I want. I want Pepe to go up 20%. And then I will sell it. Still for a loss, but at a lot higher price than here. I don't want 4. I want 5. 0.00005 is what I want. On the Pepe. Because I bought it way up Here. Up higher. Can't even find my little green circle now. Oh, there it is. It was on the dip. Oh, there it was right there. I thought that was a beautiful purchase there at 86, right there, right on that big dip in June. It's like, yeah, I caught that dip perfectly. Look at that. And for 3 months, I was in the green until guess what date? October 10th. Oh, CZ Binance, October 10th. And then I was in the red on Pepe, and I remained in the red even lower. So this is one I will sell to offset some of my capital gains that I had earlier in the year. And then we'll see if I buy back in or not, or just wait for Dogecoin. Kind of leaning more to just buying Doge. That's what I'm thinking. Buying Doge. Yeah, big taxes. And I won't know the actual number until my accountant actually does the draft, the first draft on my taxes. So. Oh, it was an easy play today. Take the Pats with the points. Then straight up, no. You against the points, you take the Pats, and they killed it. Bonk is rolling down to the 10-10 dip. Yeah, I think Bonk will end up going lower. My average is 25. It's a little higher than yours on my Bonk. So I want the same thing. Let's let Bonk like come on a little run, and then I'll sell that too, along with the Pengu. I'm going to Pengu at least a penny. They were minus 13. That was an easy bet, wasn't it? Easy bet. Are all the small caps going to make it? Nope, they're not. Now, if there's a big run on alts and a true alt season, yeah, they'll probably go up, but the market just isn't doing that. And for the past like 6 months, you've had all these crypto Twitter accounts talking about alt season's coming, alt season's coming. And what I've been saying, nope, not. It's not coming. It's not happening. The Dogecoin status. Dogecoin is up and running 100%, never been down. Keeps giving away mining rewards every minute. Still operating as intended. Proof of work cryptocurrency. Taking energy to make new Dogecoins, which are awarded to the miners. Makes it for a perfect cryptocurrency. Its price between 12 and 13 cents, not the best. There are some calling for, target 20 cents, then a second target up to 30 cents. Could we see that soon? Well, this is a month. This is like a 4-month chart right here that Kazuya has. But for Dogecoin to do this, you need to have the catalyst, the big catalyst to spark it. Otherwise, it's going to do this, which is just going to flounder around, probably between 10 and 12 cents, maybe have a dip down to 9.5 right there. See that dip right there, 9.5? So, yeah, I should bookmark this. Bookmarked. But that's the status of Doge right now. You're welcome. Try to keep it real here. You've got 2 miners coming? Mining that sweet Doge, huh? So, A-Star, how are you? One of our resident bears. At this point, Elon Musk is the most important person or reason to get Dogecoin to pump. It's pretty much looking like it, A-Star. Yep. It's pretty much looking like it. Now, Doge OS is going to start in January. Brings utility to Dogecoin. Is that going to get Doge to pump, though? I don't know. I mean, the market is just so negative right now. It really is just so negative. Now, maybe we get a relief rally in January, and if Doge OS launches during that relief rally, then Doge will go up significantly more than Bitcoin. That would be great. But if it truly is indeed just a relief rally, and it just does this, like the white arrow here, right? Goes up to 20 cents and then drops lower, that would be a true bear market sign, and Dogecoin can't survive that on its own. So that's something to watch for. That'll be something to watch for. This guy Sharknado, when are we going to see at least 70 cents, if not $1 or more, like in 2021? I thought that was supposed to be imminent. Nope, not according to me. Kazua says, I don't think Dogecoin will ever be above 50 cents again. Ouch. So he is a little negative overall. And Andrea says 95% bottomed. Sounds accurate. Risk to reward ratio here is unbeatable. I'm positioning myself for that squeeze to 33 cents. Of course, she's like supporting some company where you can compound your Doge, and you don't want to do that. You just want to buy your Doge and hold your Doge. That's what you want to do. You agree with Kazua? Cash out 50 cents. There's going to be a lot of people. That's going to be hard for Doge to go higher because a lot of people will be cashing out. 50 cents was actually my price last December when I was going to take my next slice. And it got to 48. And I didn't sell at 48. I was waiting for 50. And it didn't hit it. That was going to be my next profit-taking slice, was 50 cents. And it didn't make it. I ended up selling for a little bit lower, but 50 cents. I know, right? It was like right there. It was right there. But that's it. That's what's going on with the Doge. It's like pretty slow here. Chaos Boy checking in. Wei Zhu, how are you? In Thailand again, drinking a Modelo? Puffing on a joint? Listening to KrissPax live? Not a bad life, huh? Not a bad life. Kind of, what time is it there? Isn't it like middle of the night? Early morning? Were you up all night? It's a good life, right, man? Good life. What was the price of Bitcoin when Dogecoin was 70 cents? That's a good question. I'm guessing it was probably 55,000. That's my guess. Was Bitcoin was around $55,000 a coin. Let's see how close Kriss is. This would be right here, the week of May 3rd, 2021. Bitcoin, the week of May 3rd, 2021. May 3rd, right there. 58. Well, yeah, it was right in there. May 3rd, 57,000. Right there. 57,000. Oh, Kriss is pretty good. Kriss is pretty good, isn't he? 57. That was the price of Bitcoin. So it's possible for Doge to hit 70 cents. Yeah, but again, at that time, Dogecoin was so overhyped. It was so overhyped that its price was not realistic. It really wasn't. But that's my take. That's my take on it. This was all unrealistic up here. Crazy, crazy trading. So you can't equate 70-cent Doge to $57,000 Bitcoin again. Are we going to see 8 cents again? Depends on how bad the bear market is. Are we going to have big black swans throwing more fear into the market? Just got back from the beach with a few ladies. Well, there you go. 4:50 in the morning. Yeah, that's what I thought. Enjoy that Modelo and the ladies. Comes in packages. How are you? It's not up to Kriss if the prices won't go up. I try and keep it real here. Some people just don't want to hear it. I get it. You just want me to be a moon boy and just say Dogecoin to the moon over and over again like that guy Matt Wallace used to do, right? Nope, doesn't work that way. I should have never started selling my Doge. I believe in it long term. Hard lesson. But, you know, DC, you might get a chance to buy more at a lower price. You might get that chance. X money in 3 days. This is John Carter's countdown right here. Today's not happening, so we'll see the X on Sunday. We got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday left of the year. The X Money account still says launching in 2025 right there. So close. So close. What year do I think Dogecoin will hit 70 cents? I don't know. You tell me. What year is Elon going to go full in on Dogecoin? That might be it. That might be it. We know Dogecoin can go on a run during a bear market. It happened in 2022 when Elon bought Twitter. Dogecoin more than doubled in price in the middle of the bear market. So you get all of this stuff compounding. But yeah, from 2026, we'll be going forward, 27, 28. Seeing what Bitcoin is doing, the rest of the crypto market, adoption, regulation, stable coins, like that whole narrative that I've been talking about over the past 6 months is all in play. All eyes on Doge, still a big runner, up to the moon. Let's go. Let's go.
All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Ah, There you go. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin has actually 3 ETFs, 2 real ones and 1 fake one, and there's no money flowing into them. There's just nobody's buying them. So, yeah, as I said, ETFs don't mean jack. I didn't say it quite that way, but I did say I thought it was just kind of funny that there are these sort of institutional right ETFs, but I did say they're not going to be a big thing. They're just not going to be a big thing. So, good night, RR. Hey, Peter. Yep, another Robinhood airdrop tonight for Robinhood Gold members only tonight. Monday night is Robinhood Gold only as well. Tuesday will be open for everybody. So if you don't have Robinhood Gold, you can take part in Tuesday's giveaway. And then Wednesday, New Year's Eve, is going to be Robinhood Gold again. They're trying to get people to buy into Robinhood Gold. So, all eyes on Doge. Give us a wild prediction. Yeah, well, Thursday, I'll give you my 2026 outlook on the crypto market. Bitcoin, Dogecoin. It's not going to be wild. I can tell you that. There's always the wild card, though, and I will talk about that. Silver market opens soon. Silver and gold, silver and gold. We need some Elon fertilizer. I want to stack the Doge on top of the Doge. I want millions of Doge. Yeah, I was up to about 2.75 million. So I sold about 2.2, 2.3 million. But it was my plan. So I'm still in at about 400,000. But I'll be stacking again in 2026. That's my plan. Yeah, everybody wins. Mars, as long as you're in the app, you win something. Doge and Bitcoin. The real winners are the ones that got like the trip to Hawaii, right? Or the Rolex watch. Yeah, didn't get either of those. I don't know what the big prize is tonight yet. We'll see. But they'll show you tonight, right after 8:30. They'll show you what the big prize is. If silver is rallying, what's the silver of crypto? It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. It doesn't work that way. And silver right now is going through this strange, like FOMO right now. And there's not much in crypto that's FOMOing. Yep, have a plan and stick to it. It's worked for me. That allowed me to take profits in early 2025 before the market totally tanked due to tariffs. And then the October 10th thing, I had already sold 85% of my crypto because I had a plan. As our friend Matt has pointed out many a times, and he asks me every once in a while, it's like, Chris, you mean if you didn't have that plan of buying that house, you'd probably still be holding all your crypto? And I'm like, yeah, probably. I would have held. Pretty sure Wall Street doesn't like Doge. They don't like any crypto. They don't even like Bitcoin. Now it's all about the precious stable coins. They don't like Bitcoin. They're not going to be buying a bunch of Bitcoin. They're not. They just want their fees off of your Bitcoin and the digital dollar is going to be based on a stable coin. It's not going to be based on Bitcoin. No. All these Bitcoin maxis, oh, Bitcoin, oh, Bitcoin strategic reserve, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. It's like, no, none of that is happening. The United States isn't going to be buying a crap ton of Bitcoin. They're not going to do it. Dreamers. Stacking up it is then. Yep, it is stacking. It's all about coin count. When Dogecoin takes off, you got to be in the Doge. Otherwise, you're chasing it. I didn't see anyone post that they won a trip to Hawaii or a Rolex. Nope, I haven't either. I have not seen any posts on X of any of the grand prize winners. If I win, I'll let everyone know. I'll post. Woohoo, right? Won a big gold bar. Woohoo. Nope. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll post it. Right. They're doling out prizes to millions of people, fun to participate. But somebody supposedly is winning the trip to Hawaii. They gave away 5 trips to Hawaii. I'm just like, I would have liked that. I had to go visit my friends there, the Duchess and the Prince. Free trip to Hawaii? Sure, I would do that. I bought $500 more Doge on Christmas Day and down on that. Buying on the way down. Yeah, I'm not buying right now. But that's just me. But yep, that's the game though, right, Charlie? That's the game. It's like, but you're increasing your coin count and Doge will take off one day. One day. My plan was to have my portfolio's value. So far, I'm on track. Follow me more for epic wins. Sorry, Nick. Yeah. It didn't work out that way. You're waiting too? Everyone waiting for it to go back up so they can buy the top. Right, Mars? The FOMO is real. That's why everybody's buying silver at the top now. So as soon as you see those videos online of all the lines of people in these Asian countries to buy silver, it's like, yep, that's the top. You believed in the Doge cycles? It's the same. Bitcoin went on a 3-year, 11-month cycle. As I've pointed out many times. 3-year, 11-month cycle. In each of the last 2 cycles, Dogecoin front ran Bitcoin and went on a crazy run all of its own. In 2021, it was in April. In 2025, it was actually December of 2024. Front ran Bitcoin. So we can expect the next 4-year cycle, Dogecoin will front run Bitcoin again, go on a huge run. We just don't know when that's going to be. So now is the time, right? Yesterday, the whole live stream is all about consolidation. Today, it's about, the title is I'll take Dogecoin. I'll take Dogecoin over any other crypto right now. I'm pretty sure Doge will take off by next year. We will see. There it comes. We will see. Wait to sell your null trace. Hopefully Doge will be even lower. We'll find those dips. We will find those dips, Charlie. Buying silver like it's a finite amount and no more will be mined ever. But Bitcoin and Doge, I mean, we don't know where the crypto market's going to go from here. It's been in extreme fear for 2 months now. Hasn't recovered. No, silver was going on its own, regardless of Elon. Elon wasn't pumping the silver market, I don't think. Hey, Gappy, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Mercheek, how's it going, man? Right. There's fear in the market. That's when you buy. It worked for me in 2022. Right after the FTX crash, I was like, yep, now's the time. And I was doing live streams and making videos then, and I told everybody what I was doing. Not many believed me or listened or were even here. I get that. But right now, I'm not buying and I'm not selling right now. I'm holding. Now, I do have a few that I'm going to sell over the next few days because of my tax situation. So I'm going to sell those things that are in the red, like Bonk and Pepe and Pengu, and just offset my capital gains a little bit with those. It just is what it is. It's not the market I wanted, but it's the market I got. Unpredictable. AI just learned how to do a mention when uploading on YouTube. Oh, interesting. You having fun with that AI stuff, huh, Joanna? I can't. I just can't do it. But you enjoy. Yeah, Charlie's having fun with her name. So many names. Someday she won't even remember what her name actually is, right? She won't even remember. Everyone will just be calling her something else, and then she'll be like, oh yeah, that must be my name. Exactly, Mars. Doge will moon, but when? Buy while you can. Stack the Doge. It's all about the coin count. Multiple personality disorder. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I like just to keep it simple now. Well, Fatamani, that's a 12.24. That's a pretty good price. 12.24 is a good price. I still think it's going to at least touch the 11s again, but don't know. Relief rally is still a possibility. Bitcoin going back up to 100K, just touching it or something. The 50-week moving average, possibly. And we'll see if 2026 then ends up being a true bear market or not. I mean, there's some good things coming, right? There'll be more rate cuts, right? New Fed chair. Who knows what else? But again, that doesn't affect crypto specifically, which is really what Dogecoin relies on. Otherwise, Doge just follows the market. But when Doge really does a pump, it's based on some kind of catalyst, something specific for Doge that makes it go up. And that's what we wait for, because that's how Dogecoin trades. You have a buy programmed in for 11.8. See if that hits. Live life. Warbsy. How's it going? Oh, yeah, he's here. He's been lurking. So you thought he was out right now, but nope. He's here. 9.6 final buy. Yep. That follows my thinking. Maybe it gets to 9.5, maybe not, but that sounds like a pretty good buying on the dip plan. Buying on the dip plan. All right, gang, that's what I got for today. Look, we're kind of in this wait and see mode on a Sunday. We'll be watching tonight. Tonight, there's the Robinhood giveaway for Robinhood Gold members at 8:30. We've got stock futures starting up soon. We got gold and silver futures starting up soon as well. So we'll be watching that. I'll have a video out in the morning, and then it'll be live again Monday afternoon, evening time. So watch for that. I hope everyone has a fabulous Sunday night. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.